very cool exhibit is coming to the Schenkman Arts Centre. It's called Duplexity. And with us right now, we have the lovely Brenda Dunn joining us on the show one more time. How are you, Brenda?
I'm good. I missed you, Dylan. I had to come back.
Too.
I
only see you on Twitter. And you brought a friend. So, Brenda, you're with artandjess.com.
I am indeed.
And, of course, we have A.M. Benz with us as well with Studio A.M. Benz.
That's right.
And how are you? First time on Daytime?
It is my first time.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
And congratulations on this very cool event that is coming up. So it's happening, it kicks off May 27th, but first let's talk about you both respectfully, okay?
Absolutely.
Brenda, tell us about Art and Jest. We've had you on the show before, but what exactly is Art and Jest? You're pretty unique.
I am pretty unique. I asked them to pair me with someone as unique as I did, and they found you. So Art and Jest is where I run my artistic practice. So I do a lot of painting and drawing and a little bit of sculpture. And I am what most people would call a community-engaged artist, which means that I make things, but I also make things happen. So a big part of my practice is doing something interactive, trying to get the community involved, trying to engage with people when I make stuff.
And that's what you're doing this time around as well.
You got it.
Okay, same question, A.M. So A.M. Benz Studio?
Studio A.M. Benz.
Studio A.M. Benz?
That's right.
Where exactly is that located?
Well, it's out of my house. I do all of my practice out of my house.
Okay.
And I'm a mixed media visual artist, but all of my art is rooted in mosaic tradition. I'm Italian heritage, and I fell in love with mosaics that way. And that's what makes Brenda and I such a great team for the Duplexity exhibit, because we both like taking little components and making something larger out of loads of little components.
Okay, so how did this collaboration begin between you two? Are you old friends, or how did you?
We actually met because we both applied to show at the AOE galleries out of the Schenkman Arts Centre, and AOE is really skilled at pairing artists together where they see some sort of synchronicity. So they paired us together for the purpose of the show at their space and sent us photos of one another's work, and we got in contact. And immediately upon seeing the way that you had little glass component parts and I had little segments and pieces, little squares.
Yeah.
We fit perfect.
Fit perfectly. Okay, so now you have this collaboration. So it's a dual show.
It is a dual show.
Duplexity. Brenda, why is it called Duplexity?
Well, you actually found that word, which I love. It's an old word that you find kind of in 70s era telecommunications, and what it means is the same message running in two different directions across the same channel, or it can mean an identical message running across two separate channels, which is very much the way that we kind of started to imagine our work, because it felt like we were taking little units and trying to communicate the same thing with
very deep.
Right? You gotta, and when you come, I expect you have to hold your chin and you must nod very seriously when you're. This is how you attend an art show.
Well, you look more intelligent for sure when you do that.
It's important.
You're waiting for the bus.
Exactly.
You know, doesn't matter where you are.
So I brought it down a notch with these guys.
Okay.
Keep it
Now for the big word, vernissage. Now that's basically opening night.
It is indeed, yeah.
So that's May 27th.
Yeah, 1 to 3.
Now this is a very cool thing. So not only is it a show for art, but you are getting the community involved. So how are you doing that?
So one of the things that we decided to do was something a little bit out of the ordinary when it came to inviting people to our show. So with a vernissage, you get postcards and promotional material, things like that. And what we've done is taken sort of a physical representation of the little units that appear in both of our works. And these are something that I've used previously to build sculpture, and what we've done is taken a sculpture apart and hid it in pieces all over the city. What we're asking is that the general public, if they come across one of these pieces, picks it up and brings it to the vernissage. If they return it to us during that opening, we have a little present for them.
A present?
A little surprise.
A surprise.
A little surprise.
Can you give us any kind of clue as to what that surprise would be?
No, it's a secret surprise. I can tell you that it's an art show and that we're both artists and that there's going to be a lot of art around there.
That makes sense.
But it's maybe a car. Who knows?
Okay.
We don't know.
Now, A.M., maybe a car? Might be. A.M., how do people know? I mean, obviously you've got some stuff written on there, but how will people know for sure that that is a piece that needs to go to Schenkman Arts Centre?
Oh, well, Brenda has smartly posted artandjess.com on here. So once they find a piece, and she's written on here, you found a piece, now find the place, they just go to her website at artandjess.com. And from there, it gives you a link to the date, time, and place up at Schenkman.
Okay. Now, how many pieces, then, Brenda, have you put across the city?
There's a little over 350, and I will be hiding them right up until the day of the show. And we've been sort of putting them anywhere and everywhere. Anywhere that we have been, they will likely be.
And you don't have to dig for them.
Yeah.
They're kind of out in the open.
They're just going to be out in the open.
Very true. Hidden
Easy
in
to
plain
find.
sight. Hidden in plain sight. You shouldn't have to rummage.
Yeah.
They're usually in public places, park benches, bus
Now, I hope
stops.
this isn't here, one, because now we're going to know where that is.
You know,
if
we've
you
been
live in that
putting
unit.
some teasers out on social media.
Yeah.
We want to help you. We want to help you get your prize. We want to help invite you. And also we wanted to include people that maybe weren't part of a regular set that would be coming to art shows. So as much as we are both super respectful and appreciative of that audience, we also were both really into the idea of having people that maybe have never been to Schenkman or gone into a gallery or maybe wouldn't normally feel invited. So this is something a little bit playful. And when people bring the pieces back, what we're hoping to do actually is build a sculpture together, depending on how
Really?
many get returned. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what is your hopeful return rate?
I mean, it's tricky. When you put stuff like this out here, we're already asking people to do a really big thing, which is pick up something that you just sort of stumble across. That's
Yeah.
not too bad. And then we're sort of asking people to go to a website, not too bad. But to come and be brave and displace yourself to a whole new space that you've
Yeah.
never been to before, that's a big ask. So we'll see. We'll see. Depends.
I think this is very interesting.
Thank you.
And I don't think anybody's done this before. Do you think anybody's done this before in the city
I
that you
don't
know
think
of?
so.
We haven't seen anything exactly like it, and we tossed around a couple ideas for promoting the show,
Yeah.
and this just seemed like the funniest one that
All
fit
right.
us both the best.
45 seconds left then. Promote the show.
Once again, come to Schenkman Art Center, AOE Galleries.
May 27th, 1 to 3. We're going to have goodies, prizes for those that bring a piece.
David's Tea, the
David's
color
Tea.
changing David's Tea.
That's right.
What's it called?
Yeah.
The one that could purple?
Magic potion.
Oh, we're having magic potion. I shouldn't even have had to say, we shouldn't even have to do any of this
right.
magic
No,
potion.
that's right.
That sounds like a lot of fun. For more details, artandjess.com is the place to go to for sure.
Or
Studio AM Benz.
Yes, of course. Thank you very much, Brenda Dunn A.M, for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Looks like a lot of fun. We'll be searching for those pieces indeed. We've got more daytime coming up in moments right here on Rogers TV. Thanks for being here.